This episode of That Boy's Got Knowledge was recorded at the House of Bombshell, located at 3601 Clarks Lane, Baltimore, Maryland.
You say that you love me, is it true? You say I'm the only one that's all for you. Okay, make me feel away, make me feel away. Shorty so damn dangerous, fuck me like
And we back. Another episode of That Boy Got Knowledge. As you can see, I got the whole crew with me. The myth, the man, the measure. And I just want to give y'all a special shout out. I had to do it because it's holiday season, so we wanted to tap in with everybody.
Got the fireplace in the background.
You know what I mean?
Feeling very
Good vibes. Good vibes.
Big vibes. I want to give y'all a special warm welcome to our marketing lady, Lindsey.
Hello.
What's up, Lindsey?
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah.
Grand Rising, everybody.
Grand Rising. Peace, God.
Praise God. And the man behind the camera, one and only, had to put him in the middle.
The legend, the myth.
Because he,
I know, right?
because he gets it done for us. My man, Justin.
What's up? What's up? What's
Peace,
up?
God.
Peace, God.
Peace, God.
And the whole crew with us, so we're going to get started and get rocking, you know what I mean? As you can see, check out the gear. We coming suited and booted.
Yes.
New words coming out soon.
Coming soon,
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Please do.
Versace.
Please do.
It's Versace.
Well, let's get into it. So, first topic. Are y'all settling? Do you actually know y'all worth when it comes to this starting over?
Is it like relationships or like just your worth
overall,
in general?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
I feel like you can never settle.
I feel like that is a lie. My stock goes up every week. That's a lie.
I feel like that is a lie.
So you
We just dive right into it, ain't we?
can't settle, because if you settle, then you taking steps back, and if you settle, you're not moving forward.
Like,
So
settling, right?
No, you can't settle.
But settling, how? Like, we talking like
can or can't?
Can't.
Just in general.
Just
You
in
said
general?
can't. You
Settle.
said can't. You can't settle.
You can't settle.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Like
You
it's
can't.
not like you shouldn't settle, or it's not possible to.
You
settle.
shouldn't
you
settle.
should.
There you go.
You
There
never
you
should
go.
settle.
You can.
But that can't is letting y'all know you can't settle. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
believe
yeah, no,
I don't
no.
believe it can't, so I won't sit here and
So
say.
you would settle.
See, listen,
It's
can't is
insinuating.
not
We gotta
the man's
rephrase this
vocabulary.
question.
Period.
It's not the man's
Can't is not in the
vocabulary.
man's vocabulary. Period.
All right, Mr. McCall. I feel you.
I guess would the question be instead, like, do you feel as though you're putting? But see, I'm long-winded. Do you feel as though you're putting forth effort to all of your endeavors so that you do not see yourself in the space that you are in today,
Right.
that you don't want to be in the next
I
6
feel like you
months?
should all like where you are today, like next year, like we should be somewhere different. Like you should be elevated. There's always
Yeah.
you always gotta take at least
Okay,
another
Nipsey
step.
Hussle.
You feel me? Like peace. That's what I'm saying. Like like for real. Like honestly, like after I finished school, I knew like after that I couldn't sit at home. I was home for a whole year and I was like, nah, I can't do this. Like I can't come back here. I'm taking a step back. So I went back and got my master's. Like you just gotta keep doing stuff to elevate yourself. Because I knew that taking an extra step going back to school was gonna put me in a different spot.
But if
Look
you
at
don't
me.
want to go to school,
Look at me
Making
now.
6 figures. Look at me.
I know that's
I mean, that's
right.
just light work. You feel me?
I know, right? Tell me what it is. It's like it's real life.
Right.
she's single and ready to mingle.
Wait,
fellas.
wait,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
It's like, no.
Listen.
But no, that's real fact. Justin said, where do you work? I work for Walmart.
For 1 month.
Well, Sam's Club, but it's all the same.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You know, you feel me? It's just a Fortune 1 company.
So you do like marketing and stuff for them.
I am. I'm a marketing manager.
Talk your shit.
Yes.
That's
Go ahead,
nice.
girl.
Yes,
That's
yes.
nice.
And I can only go up from here. The stock ad.
What's that song?
Damn, talk your shit.
For real, like,
And look, and you can't settle because
Because honestly, I was on some real, like, after this, honestly, I didn't know I was going to, like, I was shocked that I got the job. But now that I know that's my worth, like, I can only go up from there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, like, it's giving very much like 180 next year.
yeah.
That's your
Like,
work.
it's giving very much, like,
Can
yeah.
I hold $8?
You can hold whatever you need, brother. I got you.
And then you live in Arkansas, so baby, you
Oh,
so that
You're not
ain't
supposed to put that
yeah.
out on public. You're not supposed to speak on that. Like, you
living the life.
I mean,
Nah.
but
But for
Stack
real.
it.
They gonna look you up though.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey.
take advantage of
to.
that of the of that like living there and then doing what you do. So
Nah,
Is
fast.
that
Yeah.
your worth though? Because you said that number was your worth. Is that your worth?
My worth is always going up though. Like, I mean, I'm worth more, but
it's levels to it.
you got,
It's like you got.
But the thing is, you
step
can't bite
yourself
off more than
into
you
it.
can chew. Like, I felt like when I got a job, I kind of bit off more than I could chew, but now I started realizing, like, okay, this is light work, right? This is light work. Like, you put your mind to, you can do anything. So I know I can elevate from there. So no, you should not settle. To answer the question, no.
That's the thing of it.
Can't
I have a
Can't
different
settle.
mindset when it comes to that because nobody can pay me what I'm worth. If I step into anywhere to pay me
God,
$200,000,
Jesus Christ can't pay.
he paid the cost. He got me, but like I step into a company and gonna offer me $200K.
That ain't enough?
No, it's not.
Not for the first
Right, that's your first
14
job.
months. Like
Right.
that's not your worth.
No.
Okay.
And I also think it's a misconception in people knowing their worth and mistaking what they think they're worth.
That is true.
It's
Because
found
some
that.
people, I work in the video industry,
Right.
so I'll just use my industry for example. Some people could say my videos are worth $1,500,
That's why, yeah.
But they not
$2,000,
producing it.
but it's not.
They not putting it
It's
out.
not worth that.
Right.
But you're saying that, but sometimes you got to really look in the mirror like, okay, how much am I really worth? Like I had a young person text me the other day like, how much should I charge somebody for pictures and stuff? I told him, I said, how much would you realistically charge yourself?
Right.
Like if,
Don't ever
if-
compare yourself.
Yeah.
You got to set your own prices.
what would you, if you came to you, what would you charge yourself?
Right.
But some people
What would be a
don't
fair
know.
price?
Like, they don't understand, they just jump right into something.
That's yeah. So some people
Right.
gonna look
So
for
that's why
advice.
they looked at you, because you know advanced.
Right. But it's different. My worth is different because you put in the time, you don't settle, you keep taking steps forward. So
Your
now,
work is great too.
thank you, bro. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
It is.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bring great work, get great money.
Exactly.
Yeah, what's your Instagram so that people can follow
Yes.
you? So you can
My
tell-
Instagram is the great.
Tell the people. We want to know. Like,
It's the great Justino _ and my business page is Glasshouse Productions _.
You heard that
Worldwide
first.
Film Academy
Right.
_ you can get some luxury shooters merch. This is an outfit, Worldwide Film Academy gear. You know.
Yeah, I kind of want to change gears a little bit. I want to check with everybody individually as far as their mental. So I wanted to see what's going on, where y'all at, work-wise, business-wise, and just personal. I just want to check it. I guess I'll start with you, Janae.
Oh my
was just about to
gosh.
say,
I already
Janae,
knew
you
you was
go.
about to do that.
Your head was down with shit like
I know,
Right.
right? No, I'm good. Like, I feel like this year. So I started my business November 11th, 2020, and now it's November 24th, 2021, and I'm not exactly. Of course, I'm not where I was when I first started my business, but being in it for 1 year, I'm like, I see what it takes. So now I'm ready to really put forth that work, because I feel like I went through a lot of hiccups with just like the basics, just basic admin things, like basic setup, basic
are
systems.
you doing it all by yourself?
Yes, all by myself.
Child. Nope.
Yes, so, exactly. So,
I mean,
but no, yeah, definitely wanting to take that to the next level. I feel like it's where I'm at right now. So, I feel like the holiday season is a good time to kind of sit back and reflect. So I'm in a reflective mode right now. But I'm feeling good about everything. Yeah.
What about you, Book?
Me, man, all my shit all over the place. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Right now it's basketball season, so I'm definitely
basketball
coaching. So it's crazy. I'm trying to get these kids right.
What grade do you coach?
Great, head
What level?
JV coach,
Okay.
varsity, high school, so both varsity assistant. So it's pretty decent. So right now they ahead it. So I'm trying to learn kids' attitudes, personalities.
so I got a question for you,
What you got a
real
question?
quick.
What you got to say?
Just hit me with a real quick answer. Do you think the talent is matching up as it used to be, like what it used to be back in the day, like when we was in school?
No, it's different. We learn quicker, and like we was more.
We learn quick.
I think we learn quicker.
No,
I think these kids
we
are slow.
definitely
Sorry.
learn quicker.
I think go hold you, child. Like these kids. is a
No, like
mess.
seriously, we learn quicker.
Yeah.
You don't
we
think
definitely
so?
learned. It was
These
more,
kids don't have.
I mean,
was like,
but you would think they would learn quicker because times have
They don't
passed.
understand.
we was a
They
lot.
got
If you
access
think
to
about it,
everything.
we was a lot smarter when it come in. We was a lot smarter than they are. They're more athletic.
Yes.
Right,
That's what
okay,
you-
that's
you
what
can't
I'm
tell
that's
them
what I'm
nothing.
talking
Yeah,
about.
you
Okay.
You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them
So
nothing.
we had a lot of kids that was non-athletic
But could
still
learn.
can learn, so you learn to adapt to your skill level,
Yeah.
and you stick to what you know, and you don't go out of your strengths.
Yeah.
Right.
These kids, they go out of their strengths. And then you like, what the hell? You just, son, stick to what you know. You know you only can dribble once or twice and get to the basket.
Yeah.
Don't do tween, crossover, step back. That's
You gotta make a highlight reel.
No, that's not
That's-
get
yeah,
comfortable.
They want to hurry up and push.
Because the thing is, you're not going to get scouted or looked at off of that. So,
But no, to be honest with you, even with like recruiting and stuff, not to make this a basketball topic, but recruiting and stuff, that shit changed. Like,
oh yeah.
now they looking for, it's all about flash.
Politics.
It's flash. And
No,
politics. And
it's
politics.
always been
It's
politics.
very
That's
much politics.
That's always
Yeah.
number one, the politics. It's always
Very
number
much
one.
politics.
Very much so.
But yeah.
So.
I'm like the only non-athlete. I have no idea.
Look, Ristique was like this. Look, Ristique was like this.
She's like, I'm sorry, I don't play sports. I don't know what that means.
Well, guess what?
No.
Well, speaking of Ristique, you up next anyway. So.
Talk to us.
Yeah, you gotta tell us about new
Your
beginnings,
job, right.
you know?
Girl,
All
you
this
in that
beautiful
camp.
stuff. You done
I
changed your
never-
hair.
Change
Changed your hair.
Yes.
I did, you know.
Y'all see the do.
I feel, honestly, I feel really good about life. I ain't even gonna hold you. I feel great. I got a
Your
good
TikTok
job.
give me, you know, it get me there.
I got
should
a
be
good
just so
job, you know, got my hair done today,
Her.
got a new hair color, making more money, feeling free, feeling me, you know, just like stepping into myself. But on the real, I really feel like, have y'all ever had the feeling where y'all feel like God is like literally his hand is like in your life and it's like twisting stuff up and it's like changing
In your
and like you
bag
feel it, but it's just like, dang, I don't know what's next. That's how I feel. Like I just, like,
I can't be
feel-
scared of what's next. It's already working out for you.
But it's that's the thing. I'm not even scared.
That's
It's
the
just
that
like
part right there.
I'm not even scared. I'm
That's
excited.
already
Like I'm
done.
about to move. I got a new job. All these new things. I meet new people. It's just
I felt the same way if I moved to Arkansas.
well, I've been in Cali, so at least I know.
Arkansas,
Places, right? Right.
Cali,
I felt the
Arkansas.
same way.
And then I landed.
So yeah, I feel good. You know,
I'm happy for congrats on
Save
your
your
thank you.
You know, you always found me with us.
Always. You know, I'm gonna miss y'all so much. When I leave.
We
But-
can always.
Yeah.
I'm still not feeling real well about this. But we gonna
Oh yeah, she was devastated. Did you see the phone call? She was hot.
let it go. So
You was mad for real?
You didn't. Oh, yes, she wasn't on the
not
phone.
mad.
She was
Sad.
hurt. She was hurt,
Her.
child.
I don't want her to go.
Jay
We're
Mo,
losing the soldier.
J-Mo, what about you? Where you at?
Where you at in life? Ooh. All right. All
That
right.
don't sound too good.
That sounds confident.
So I have this thing. I'm born in January, so
Capricorn.
I'm a.
He's an Aquarius.
No, he's
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
My bad.
We built different.
Right. My bad. My
So, like,
bad.
this-
We built different.
My bad.
so the way my years usually function is January through what's before October.
September.
There you go. See,
I had trouble with months too. I gotta go down the list to get you. You're not the only one.
so through January through September, it's like learning. Learning. I never really sit down because I'm always going. Never really sit down to figure everything out. So my joke is, but it's true. October is like when I sit down. It doesn't happen intentionally, but I get quiet. I get more to myself, and I look at everything I've been through the year and start to figure out life. So when January hits, all the lessons I've learned, I figured it out. So that next year I can start running. So during this time, it's like a lot of introspection, a lot of figuring things out, a lot of getting everything right that I think I can get right. So it's just a lot of, for me, downtime and quiet. Just try to figure things out. So I'm copacetic.
That's my favorite
So,
word.
J-Mo, you
Steady.
going through seasonal depression?
No,
Okay.
there's a difference between
No,
seasonal.
but like
Yeah,
seasonal,
there is
you got like
That's real.
seasonal.
I
like-
was just about to
I was
say
gonna
that.
say that, yeah, it's
You're-
like seasonal,
I don't think you realize though that you are intuitively tapped into the seasonal changes of like the earth, if you get what I'm saying. So like you know, January through September, those are like spring and summer. That's like when you moving, active, starting anew, stuff like that. And then when fall and wintertime come, that's
you
like
decide.
You're a whole different people.
settling and
Your brain
hibernation.
starts talking to you back. Coming back to you.
Exactly.
Reflection.
Hibernation, reflection, you know, sitting back and taking a step back. So, I mean, you're in alignment with, you know,
But you know what you're doing well, because
Yeah.
you ain't really hit rock bottom until you in the house drinking a bottle of tequila by yourself. listening to well, that's me.
He did that Marketing shit.
Yeah, right. That's me.
That boy did it before.
Bro, I've been there before. Don't even gotta go down
In
that
20
road.
degrees weather, walking in the bed with him, pitch black at night. Just what about you, man?
Mentally right now, I'm pretty good. Work. I'm trying to find a balance between work and my life because it just seems like my life is work. So it's just kind of
But are you
learning.
enjoying it?
I definitely enjoy it. I get to travel. I get to create stuff. I get paid for my ideas. Like that's the best job anybody can have.
As long as
Like,
it still fuels your right.
Yeah.
As long as you still feel like you can still be creative, like then it's not work to you. It's just
Yeah.
You still need his downtime.
I think, of course. I agree.
and I think my thing is, I really think I need to get an office because my workspace is in my bedroom, so I can literally wake up. I got a TV here, screen here,
you need
and
a
it's
separate
like,
space.
so I think that's kind of driving me crazy because it's like I wake up every day
Do the
and
same
I take 3 steps and I'm at my work desk,
Right.
and I don't have no type
Even
of
if you put it like downstairs in your living room or something like
Yeah.
that, like just
So, like, I try
taking
to-
it out your
space.
bed space because that's like your like
yeah.
downtown.
It's just weird because that's my setup. Like I got all the screens that I need.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
you
just
set yourself up then.
right.
Like, that's what you
Right,
do
but
yourself.
sometimes I will move around the house, like go to different places. Sometimes I go to Panera, but yeah,
it
it's
ain't nothing like that setup though.
it's nothing like the setup, the 3-screen setup. I need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of hard because I have to answer to a lot of people every day. My phone is ringing nonstop. Like, what do you think about this? Can you come up with something like this? Can you come up with this? It's like it's not enough time in the day sometimes to create these ideas for everybody, 4 or 5
But be
people.
blessed the phone ringing though.
The
Phone ringing.
Oh
Be
my
blessed.
God! And I tell people I love the fact that I'm too busy sometimes.
Exactly.
It's a great problem when I overbook myself and it's like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna be here and here at the same time. That's a good problem to me. That let me know that business
doing
is
Doing something good.
Yeah.
so.
Right.
But I mean, life is great outside of trying to find that balance between work and my personal life. I'm doing good.
Future shit. Life is good.
Life is good. Got red bottoms on. Like,
I definitely say like maybe take like start beginning doing like one day out the month to like just have to yourself just like a little self-care day, even if you
Yeah.
don't do the stuff that girls do like nails and toes, like just
Yeah.
sit back, watch TV. I mean you can do that, but like take a bath, sit back, like go get a
I'm so hard on
haircut,
myself though,
like-
because sometimes when I'm not doing anything, I feel like I'm being lazy, and
No,
I
I
hate
feel
that
it.
feeling. I hate that feeling.
when you feel
So,
stagnant, you're like,
yeah.
why am I not moving around?
It's like I need to be doing something right now.
I'm like that all the time.
Like if I catch myself taking a nap or like in the bed on one of the days where I kind of have some time to myself, I'm like, wait, this
need to be doing
is not right. I need to be doing something right
Nah, I
now.
feel it.
So yeah, that's where I am.
That's dope.
Yeah. So what about you, big man? Big man.
I thought you
Look. He's like, these niggas ain't gonna ask
How you feeling? How you feeling, pimp? Not you. Blazing?
You
He
said you would.
we wasn't gonna ask you.
Yeah, I was trying to be, director and shit.
Oh my god.
It's you, cuz?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
What's up with you, John?
Right.
How are you
How's your mental?
feeling? How are you?
I'm good. No complaints. I'm taking one day at a time.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really got no stories. Usually, if I have a story, y'all would be the first one to know.
That's very true.
I don't got no stories this month.
I
wait till next month.
put it like this: do you feel like you settling, or like do you feel like you're continuing to elevate within like everything that you're doing right now?
I'm elevating every day. I'm always.
Let me tell you
Of course,
something.
you gonna say
I'm
that.
elevating every
Like,
day.
I'm a first
elevating every day.
witness.
I'm elevating every day.
Right. I'm a witness of John's elevation. Like, from where, like, when we really started chilling, like, as friends and everything, like, that's crazy. Like, you really came up. Like, you gotta be proud of yourself. Don't sit here and just sugarcoat it. Like,
Thank you.
like,
I mean, I came a long way, but it's like that's a whole nother segment just for my whole life. You feel me? I ain't about,
we ain't got that much time.
yeah, we got that much time. I'm about going to break soon. You know what I mean?
I mean,
You don't know about life.
Yeah. But I kind of want to, before we end this whole topic, I kind of want to, since we all family, and we all,
What you about to break? What you about to tell us?
you know,
Now I'm nervous.
Oprah saying this.
I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Since we all family, we all, you know what I'm saying, we all know each other. You feel me? I got a couple questions. You know what I mean? Not a couple. I got about 5 or 6.
But before you ask those questions, we gotta go to a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I am Jessica Kidd, founder of House of Bombshell, beauty and lifestyle brand based right here in Baltimore, Maryland, and salon owner of House of Bombshell Beauty Parlor. Shop with us online at www.thehouseofbombshell.com and unleash your inner bombshells today.
You say that you love me, is it true? You say I'm the only one that's all for you. Okay, make me feel away, make me feel away. Shorty so damn dangerous, fuck me like I'm famous, yeah.
And we back. Let's get into it like I was talking about before. We got a couple questions. Well, about 5 or 6 questions.
I got a couple questions turned into 5
5
or
or
6.
6 questions. Let's get into it.
I thought you was about to ask me.
Let's get the shit.
What's question number?
All right, so I get my notes. Yo. Who is the funniest? Who is most likely to make you laugh out of everybody here?
Why you say me?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, you are.
No, yeah, you are.
You are hopeful.
It's J-Lo for me.
It's just because how he is, though. That's like.
I say Aaron too, though. That's what I'm saying. So
Right.
Why me?
But you a hopeful. We love you.
Yeah, definitely Aaron.
Yeah.
Damn, God, I'll take that one.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not.
You light in the room.
Oh, this one-
You bring positivity.
the next one gonna be real little spicy.
Oh, this is spice.
What's the spiciness?
I like spice.
Who will get married first?
Aaron.
No, not me.
J-Mo.
No, not even J-Mo.
Not even J-Mo,
Mystique
child.
is gonna be married first.
Really? Me?
Yes,
Yeah, she might be.
She might
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I swear, I think it's
You said to a what?
To a rich white man.
Oh, who said a rich white man? I said, no, I didn't say that.
What did you say?
You said she gonna be the first.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you said that. Oh,
I ain't gonna hold you. To me, it was between J-Mo and Mystique.
I said Aaron.
Why do y'all think me?
Because you like,
Girl, you go to
you
Cali.
give off that.
It's over.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just say.
No, I know.
like-
I'm just curious to know why y'all think me.
I think that's a compliment. That means you a good lover. People think you a good lover.
Yeah,
I'm
like
too damaged to be married.
Okay,
right
why they hit?
listen,
I'm too damaged.
Light me down.
I thought I was ready, but
No, you're not ready yet. You
it's
ready? You
very
still on
much
demon
damage.
time.
Damn it.
let me put it
Aaron, stay on demon time. Stay on demon time.
John, we gotta put out the disclaimer.
Stay on demon time.
I am, single, about to move to California.
Ready to mingle.
We
We
but
got
what part of California?
But your stock gotta be up.
California, okay? I'm moving to
She
New
not
York.
about to be in LA.
I'm not going Northern California.
So like,
The Bay Area.
this guy.
The Bay Area.
She said, nah, stay away. Hey, you talking
Y'all heard it
about? They can
first.
come back.
Y'all heard it first.
That's crazy.
It's up and stuck over here.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
Next question is, who's most creative?
Most creative.
I would say we all.
I got Justin. Justin the most
I'm gonna talk
creative.
about shit.
Yeah, talk
Justin-
Yeah, Justin most
I'm the most creative.
Yeah.
Glass House Production.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the second.
Glass House Production. That's all it is.
Why are you most creative?
I mean, if we're being honest,
You said you're not
I'm probably the most
Create ideas
creative.
every single day.
I'm the
I
one.
can too. I can sing. I can write. I've written a
I
lot
just
of
haven't,
music
I
for
haven't
a lot of
currently
people.
done anything creative, but it's in there.
So y'all decide.
So all right, so just
I shoot music videos. I can write a song for
Check it.
artists.
Dance.
I can write the treatment, shoot the video, edit the video.
Who
You
can't
just know,
dance?
you
Make
just
beats.
know the Marvin Gaye two-step.
Who can't
So
dance?
niggas out here
So I do
checking.
makeup,
So
so
I don't do the
you know.
music dance. I can ballroom dance.
We're all
I can
creative.
salsa, I can hand
Why can't we all just hold the torch?
But we are creative.
I'm
Thank
here.
you.
I
We
just,
all
all
here.
creative.
We all creative.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna give it to both of y'all.
Nah.
Y'all act like y'all do a resume check.
Let him know.
Y'all do a resume check. My watch telling me to breathe and shit. Man, y'all calm down,
Told you to
yo.
breathe.
Yeah,
You might want to exhale, brother.
God damn. Next question. God damn. I already know it's gonna bug though.
All right.
To be drunk at work.
That's
I
definitely
work with kids. I would never.
That is not okay. Oh, I thought you was about to say, like, yeah, I work
I would
with
never.
kids.
So you know.
Yeah, you like,
He can.
I can't work with kids. I mean, work with kids and be.
You know me when I was there today.
It would be
When I was there
it
today.
would be more rustic anyway because
Yeah.
she works from home.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna
Work from home. If you
I
work
ain't
from
gonna
home,
hold
I'd be working and drinking at the same time.
I ain't gonna hold you. I did have a shout out to before I left at work. So
I bet you work from home
So,
too.
So that means something in the
it's
office.
giving very much like some wine.
I ain't gonna hold you. every time I talk to her, she's drinking something.
I live in Arkansas. When you drink, I mean, like, let's be real.
Nah,
I live in Arkansas.
No, but actually, that's
enough.
point right there. Yeah.
All right, so
Sorry to anybody.
we just gonna get that
I'm
one.
sorry.
We just gonna get that one to Lynn.
Thank you.
All right,
I take
next
that
one.
proudly.
I think I really got it. Janae on this one. Got this. Janae on this one. Marry someone you just met.
It's okay.
That's not me. No, that's Janae. That's definitely Janae.
She's like, I think I love him.
Janae, somebody the first one. He's the one for me.
He's the one. Boy, yo. It's okay. You're not alone.
But Janae will meet somebody and go MIA, don't ask nobody, phone, text message, tell me I'm in love.
It's a thing. It's alright.
That's tough, yo.
Damn,
Wow.
What you got to say?
Wow.
I mean,
All I will say is,
you just a lover.
y'all know me. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
That's what
I love hard. So, and also I can see the futures. Like, no, I'm girl, I'm dropping one. No, but no. If that's the case, I mean, cool. It's because
That was the case. She gonna be on one of those Netflix shows talking about Married at First Sight or something.
It was giving what it needed to
Netflix.
give.
What's that show called? Mystique? What was
Married
that?
at first sight.
Married at First Sight. That's her.
Yo, we signing you up.
I thought it was the
Yeah,
We
they
done
patched
sit here for
work.
like 20 minutes.
They patched
No,
work.
because I just Dion did
Really
that.
looked at
Yeah,
it.
no.
It took him a while. Though.
Yeah, I got one for you too.
I got something for y'all.
Get you right. We get you right.
I said,
Is that
at
the
some
last
point.
question?
No, last question.
See.
Last but not least, though.
CC.
Question 6, yo. Who's the best dressed? Who has the best drip?
John.
I don't think any
He made
of
that
us
question for him because he knew he was
like-
gonna win.
No, I actually Googled that one for real.
The best dress.
The best
I don't
dressed.
think any
I don't
of
know,
us, 'cause
everybody's style is different.
we
You see what I got on?
because we come chilling. Like, we don't be.
But I'm just saying overall, who
Oh,
got
so,
the
so
best?
you're saying like in
just in
general,
general.
like whether you coming to a podcast or you going out,
Yeah,
like
going out.
what we observe from that
Church
person.
count?
Who child?
I can dress for church.
You're not me.
Honestly, I
been
would say, I
doing
mean,
You like you come.
Definitely
I think
Do you
you
shine? Wait. Do you shine your gators before church?
Yes.
I believe it.
What they say, Mr. Put that shit
Spit
on?
shine.
I'm not gonna lie. I would actually say J-Mo, like based on like his entire ensemble, like.
You said what?
You know, like when you be wearing your hat with the jacket and your chains.
I ain't gonna hold you for the
and your
photo shoot. You did
jeans.
look very debonair,
Yeah,
very
stuff like that.
I
Yeah.
know that's right. They're more kind of vote.
But I feel like we all have our unique sense of style, you
For
know?
sure.
So like, yeah.
For sure.
It's just some, you know, most of the time I just want to be in sweatpants and a
No, I feel
hoodie.
that. On a spiritual level.
Listen.
I'm about to
Next
take
question.
my glass away from you.
All right, so I'm going to change lanes now. Let's get into the core of the day. Let me do that.
But before the quote of the day, we gotta take a break. We'll be right back.
I just wanna spend my life with you all day. You say that you love me, is it true? You say I'm the only one that's all for you. Okay, make me feel away.
Jim, I deal with the quote of the day.
Life is too short to hold on to a lot of negativity.
That's a word, honey. That's a word.
I like that. Yeah.
Period.
We was just all together on Sunday and I blinked and it's Wednesday, so.
You've been talking about that since you got here. Like, you don't know day of the week it is? Like,
I really feel like we was just with each other
Not too
yesterday.
long ago. Time moves fast. You heard?
Tom
Yeah.
is super
That's
fast.
why you
Life
gotta
is
enjoy
too
the
short.
moment. Enjoy the moment. While it lasts.
Life is short.
it's very ghetto, too, as well.
It's
It's very ghetto. Like, ghetto,
Problems
honey.
are ghetto.
Adulting is ghetto.
It is.
yeah.
Bills,
Like
child.
when you really think about it though, it's like,
That's life.
all right, I might
Ghetto.
get rose spiritual, but it's like God really be like here for like all time points.
Because he's outside.
Yeah, because he's outside of time. But like we're literally here for what, 80 years?
Essentially.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you live a prosperous life, like 80, 90, 95, but that's like nothing
that's too
in the
long.
grand scheme of
Can't
like
even-
life. What you mean?
895. I want to be dead before 80.
Wow.
Like,
Damn, sorry.
because
That's
it's
how
too
you feel.
long, 'cause it's different.
That's how you feel. I know, right?
You know, when you're 40, you're only an hour older.
How you
I'm
what?
sorry.
When you're 40, you're only an hour older.
How is that?
What?
Expound.
They say that a day in God's eyes is like 1,000 years.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
40
And that's what I
years
meant.
now.
Yeah, God really is here.
Do you
all
feel
the
like
time.
you're taking your steps
That,
in
I
life?
didn't think about that shit.
That was deep.
You feel like you're taking your steps in life for granted? Like you feel like what you doing right now? You taking the stuff for granted?
You feel like you said we were taking things
I
for
feel
granted.
like we fall in and out of that space, but that's just because we human, like, and it's a lot of distractions. You know what I'm saying? So like when you, and that's why they say like a morning routine of like checking in with yourself, being grateful every morning will like redirect you. Cause
No,
like you know if
that's
you
a fact.
skip a day, it like it can throw it has
It's-
thrown me off.
It's
like,
actually funny you say that because I've created a habit. Like every morning I wake up and I write in this journal. I just write like what I'm manifesting, what I'm grateful for, and like what I'm praying. I had to.
Yeah.
I'm in Arkansas.
question.
Yeah, same. No, wait. I want to hear.
No, but like,
what the
okay,
end of
so
her
and
morning
another
routine.
thing I picked up, don't think I'm weird or anything, because I get bored. I started picking up like tarot. So that's another thing. Like I pull a card every day, I learn the meaning of it, and I write down my journal, what it means to me and where I'm going in my journey. It's really relaxing. I'm so serious. Like I don't know why I started doing it. It's just something told me like I should write down what I'm grateful for and what I'm praying for. Like every day I'm like, I need to get the hell out of here. I gotta. What's my next step? Like we gotta get out of here. Like it's just because it reminds me like what I'm fighting for, which
Yeah.
is like we say like what we not selling for, what I'm
Yeah.
fighting for every day.
This might be a personal question,
Yeah.
but if you had another job opportunity that was paying less than what you're
Yes.
making, you would take it
Because
to leave Arkansas?
My happiness is more valuable.
I know that's
Talk
right.
your shit,
So
sure.
like,
Yeah.
if they send you to like Denver or something.
Denver
Denver
is
is nice and
Do you know what you can do in Denver? You know what you can do in Denver?
Exactly.
Hello. Right.
Denver's lit.
No, but for real, like to answer that question, I had to come to terms with that because I was thinking about that. I was like, if it all came down to like a new job opportunity and they was gonna pay me less, I was like, is it worth my happiness? I was like, I mean, I'm willing to give up 6 figures just for my happiness.
Yeah.
I'm so
It-
serious.
and I had-
Because you
right.
can make it back and
Exactly.
double, like,
Right, exactly. So like, I'm willing to do that.
And I-
especially now that you've already gotten that.
So I
Exactly.
know I can get it again. I'm not worried.
Right, and I have that conversation with some people sometimes that work 9 to 5s, and it's like, I might have to do
9 to
overtime.
5, but it's like you gotta compromise with me. Like
Yeah.
I'm not about to sacrifice my life for a coin. That's not happening.
Yeah, if I gotta do overtime, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not doing overtime because that overtime is not worth my life.
but my thing is
Right.
for like your job, like because you're passionate about it, I would do it
Yeah.
because you're passionate about it.
But ain't
what
no
I'm doing
overtime
now,
in your shit though, is it?
Oh
but
yeah.
he can.
Super overtime.
I try.
Right now, overtime.
I try to work a
Period.
regular schedule. No, for real.
You on the clock right now.
I try to work a regular schedule like normal people, like 9 to 5. Like I usually wake up around like 7:30, 8
Oh,
o'clock.
But I feel like right now you're hustling though.
It's-
Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's
like
different.
Yeah, it's different. See, like I'm literally a 9 to 5.
But
That's all they gonna get out of me.
look,
That's
after
it.
5
Like,
o'clock, after 6 o'clock,
It's
sometimes I start answering my phone
Not
Got
get
to.
that. 'Cause
because
yo,
people be calling
right,
me from 9
to
to 5.
Nah, I feel that.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, yes, I would rather sacrifice my paycheck for my happiness. Period.
I would too.
I mean,
I swear to God.
I just feel like, for instance, like we take stuff for granted. I'm not saying I speak for everybody, but I know that, for instance, like we complain a lot. We all just talk about catching temper tantrums, us with all this, whatever we do. But I'm just saying we all do. I'm just saying, but we complain. You feel me? I mean, it was real though. You feel me? But so it's like I feel like we take stuff for granted. I mean, like, for instance, we walk outside and we see like a hobo, or we see somebody. I'm just saying, like, you see one of them people, you feel me? And it's like, all right, I know he put himself there. Or I don't know if he did put himself there, but I'm saying like it could be that could be me.
No, yeah. I use that every day.
We taking this moment for granted. Like literally me sitting here looking at my hands. Like I can look
Yeah.
and feel and touch and breathe. Like
Like I work with kids
You
too.
gotta
I
be- you gotta be
work
in
with
the
kids, and
moment.
some kids can't talk.
Right. You got to be in the
Some
moment.
kids can't read. Some kids can't do stuff. So it's like,
No, that's the thing. I don't want to sound ungrateful for where I'm at now, but at the end of the day, I just know what I'm doing right now is not what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, because you got a passion and you got a goal.
Right.
So that's something different.
That's a goal.
And also, this moment is just
Are
a
you
moment too.
Are you settling?
You said go.
I'm not gonna hold you. I am.
Go to the first topic.
I am. I feel
And
like
it
I
can-
am.
But I feel
something-
like that there's a transitional space though between like where it's leading up to the settling, you settle, and then there's a transition of when you are like planning to exit that space.
Right.
So I'm sure
Right.
you're in the exiting
Like you
state.
have to. I always told myself like I always hit trials and tribulations. So I'm like I just have to get through this. And
Yeah.
I already know it's gonna be an elevation. I had to get through trials and tribulations to get to where I am now. I'm gonna have to go through this to get to where I want to go. I'm not mad about it. I mean, I'm mad about it every morning. I wake up in the same state. But I'm I'm this is not gonna be permanent. That's how I think about it. It's not
you know,
gonna
it's
be
a time on
Yeah,
it.
it's just look. I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. This stuff ain't new to me. So.
You just miss, bro. That's all.
Miserable.
Yes, you are. The way
You're
you-
right. I am miserable,
I
child. Like,
Hey, yo.
but I'm dealing with it.
I
It's
felt
just
the energy. That negativity was.
I had to get. I stepped on the plane and just whoosh,
Yeah, just let it all out.
whoosh, let it all out.
No, but I feel like what you gotta be, what I'm sitting in now, I'm content but not satisfied.
Period.
I'm okay with where I am.
Period.
Because I had to learn to be okay with where I am. But I'm not satisfied. I'm not gonna stay here. I'm moving, I'm getting better, but you have to be content with where you are, or else your mental is gonna go, I hate this place. I wake up every day, I hate it. I can't be
That's a
here.
good way to put it.
You have to be content, you have to be okay with the process. If you're not okay with the process, there's who was it, I'm about to go biblical, but David. So David was sold by his brothers into slavery. He ended up being a king. But you have to learn how to function in the prison before you can go to the palace. He learned how to function first in the prison, and then he got elevated
Wait
to
a minute.
king.
That's a word. Ain't that a word? That's a word, child.
He said he's fish on his gate.
Yes, honey, that's a word.
That boy knows something.
No, that's so real. That's so real. Like, I feel like this past year I've been going through a lot in regards to like releasing control, like little stuff like that, like releasing control, being uncomfortable, being okay with being uncomfortable, and operating in chaos. And I feel like,
But I feel like some people work better in chaos. Do you feel you work good in chaos?
I feel like if the chaos is because of me, yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But if the chaos is from someone else, then
You can't
No.
control it.
yeah,
That's
because
very
you can't
true.
control it. So it's like,
It's very
but it's more so like I feel like this year in general has been about like patience, has been about like strategy,
Right.
has been about forward movement, even though it may not seem like it is, but it is though. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Baby
that's
steps.
interesting.
It's because
yeah.
of COVID. It fucked everything up. It fucked our movement.
Yeah.
And how you feel and shit.
Oh my God.
It only messed it up for a lot of them as well.
No, you're right, but it,
Exactly.
No, in general, it did. kinda
Speaking of
mess
that,
up
like
the movement.
COVID is like a negative term, right? So
Yeah,
as far
it
as what we look into it, right? So I want to touch on like what are some negative things that we hold on to that may affect us moving forward. 'Cause I know everybody at least hold on to at least one thing that
What are negative?
overcome. What's something negative that we hold on to?
Bad
that-
habits.
Got you.
Exactly.
Bad
Bad
habits.
habits.
Not forgiving yourself, like,
child.
and living
Not
in the
forgiving
past.
others.
Not forgiving others. You know.
Not extending yourself grace.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Especially because we all young, we not, we don't know what we
Yeah.
doing. We really just out here
Yeah.
we just here.
And it's
Point
not like
eight.
our parents had like a blueprint to show us what
Right.
we currently doing.
And it's not the same like when they was growing up.
Exactly.
Like, it's a whole
But
different
can
world.
you see some of the stuff that, like for instance, I feel like people will be blind to some of the stuff because like when you in that moment,
Yeah, you can't see
you
it.
can't see it.
Yeah.
So it's like until after the fact, after the aftermath, and you look back like, damn, I really was like
Yeah.
in it. But now it's like, now that we have been through trials and tribulations, like Lindsey said, can you see yourself stopping the negative move before you get there, or is like you just hoping?
No,
I
because you don't
Yeah.
know what you're walking into.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like me. I can see negative now, so it's like, all right, I know when to remove
It's-
myself or when to like.
It's not that I see negative, so I totally avoid negative. It's more so like I see negative, so I can recognize it. So when I'm in a space of negative,
Right.
I know that I'm
How to
in that
handle
space,
it.
Right.
so I'm able to exit
Exactly.
like immediately or like be able to
Handle it
handle
accordingly.
You
Yeah.
have to change it to positive.
Right.
Exactly.
It depends on what it is. Because I was always told I was a hard-headed kid, which I was. That's fine. But
for sure.
being being the hard-headed kid has kind of helped me because one, I always watch the crowd and then I do the opposite, so I don't follow. If I was not hard-headed, I'd be a follower. But I'm old and I just forgot where that was going.
Oh my God.
You lost your train of thought.
I did.
It's okay.
But nah.
So yeah, like he was like 50, but you just said it the whole time.
I mean, for me, I feel like the biggest thing that I have to recognize, but also like reel myself back into is like, Janae, at the end of the day, like outside of the accomplishments, the accolades, all that shit, like nothing actually really matters. Like nothing actually really matters. But because in order for, like, it's not like I can hold my breath and like for the rest of eternity until I die. Like I have to still move. Right. So in order for that to happen, like I just have to continue to put one step in front of the other, and like just try to be as consistent as possible. Mm-hmm. And whether that consistency is on the good end of things or on the bad end of things, I feel like when you're consistent, you are able to fully see like exactly where you're headed. Mm-hmm. So like if I'm consistently in a fucked up space, I know that I'm gonna end up in a fucked up space. But if I'm consistently in a good headspace, I just know one day it's going to blossom. You know what I mean? So
that's why I seriously like write my journal. I feel like that really is a release. Like if I just put it in the journal, it's out. Like it's just out. Like I'm just gonna be like.
Is that a female thing? Cause niggas don't
No.
like
Do you need a journal? Get your journal back. Yeah, you need a journal. They don't write it. Like I swear to God.
I do.
It's like you have a whole recording of like you low key talking to yourself, but you low key also talking to God.
You
like,
putting it in your mindset, like whatever you're trying to manifest at the moment, you put it on paper and you just like, okay, it's in paper, so it's written down, and I just know that this is solid right now. Like I just got to do whatever this paper says. Sometimes when you're in your car, you just start talking to yourself. So I start,
no music.
I be sitting like,
music. Oh my
like I
God.
start just getting my thoughts. I just like, like just sitting there like, ooh, you gotta get it together, boo. It's
it's
getting real rough out here. You gotta get it together. So like, but no, I feel like honestly, like when it comes to like just putting it down, it helps.
Yeah.
You should really like
shit, it don't help me.
You ain't tried.
I just like to talk.
Every thought that you have,
and allow time to
myself
pass.
than write it down.
You haven't tried it and allowed time to pass to be able to see the benefits.
It's really a bit.
I ain't gonna hold you. You want some real shit? Nigga, I can't spell, so.
Nigga, I can't spell. You remember back in the day?
Get this dude out of here, yo.
That's why everybody
No, the funny thing is like you're the only one reading it, so you spell it for.
Back like damn.
You remember I used to correct your paper back in the day, like you used to put like the SP with the circle around. I be doing that shit in my journal, like, bitch, that's not how you spell it. It's just
Like I'm gonna go back and read it, like yo.
like, what is this? Inconspicuous.
Like no, I rather like talk to myself. I do a lot of talking to myself.
I do, yeah. Talking to yourself.
But talking to yourself, I'm
It
by
might seem
myself
like
a lot.
But talking
Right.
to yourself seems so flighty, if you get what I'm saying. Like,
you
like
switch
it works, but it's flighty. So like when you write it down on paper, it's like I don't know if you remember the word. I think it's abracadabra, right?
Abracadabra,
Random.
right.
That word like
Can't
actually
even spell that shit.
exactly. But it actually means I will create as I speak, right? So like yeah. So when you actually write shit down, it literally manifests. Like I'm pretty sure probably 3 years ago what you wanted to do, you're actually probably doing it today.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't even like register to you that you're actually in it doing it right now.
It's so crazy, and I say that I'm God's favorite because everything that I think,
You create, yeah.
like when I was in high school, for the slightest bit, I thought about living in California. 2 weeks after I graduated, I moved to California.
See?
At a point, I wanted to learn how to do music. I'm like, when I get this laptop, I'm gonna learn how to do music. I'm gonna be great at it. I got the laptop, and I learned how to record myself, mix, master, start writing music in a month. Then when I was in college, I'm like, I'm about to switch my major. I was a sports management major, right? Switched my major to broadcast journalism. I was doing it for a little bit. Then I seen like what I could make from it. I'm like, I'm about to get a camera, and I'm about to just make a lot of money from just doing videos.
Yeah.
And it happened. And everything, I mean, it was an investment, but at the same time, it's just like when you think things and when you speak
it's like
when you speak stuff,
believe it,
that stuff really
can
does happen.
No, but actually,
Yeah, but for real, right?
Yeah,
Big fact.
Yeah, that's why we big on. I say we big on manifesting. So you manifest it, and we work hard for it. You work your plan your work your plan. So
No, you're right.
you feel me? So we try to do that. So
we need like episode 2 of just this, like the group segment alone. Like I feel like we have
next holiday.
Yeah, I know, right? But we have so much more to talk about.
Right. Like I said, before we wrap it up, I just want to give you a warm, like, thank you for Lindsey, all the stuff she do behind the scenes.
Yeah, because without you, the marketing, like, we can do all we do, but if marketing is not in play, then what we doing?
I don't know if y'all heard. Y'all know we monetized?
Yes.
We're monetized.
Monetized now.
No, that's really a big achievement. Like, honestly, think about it. Like, our first episode was 5 months ago, and we're monetized. Like, y'all gotta be really proud of yourself. Like, this is my first episode, but I'm really proud of y'all for doing this. Like, to be honest with y'all. Girl, I had a little tip, and I was sitting there turning on that money, child. I was like, pay us. But no, for real, it's a passion that came through. I'm really proud of y'all for doing this.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it without the man, the myth, the legend right here.
Everybody had a piece in that though.
Everybody had a piece.
Everybody.
And look how it's coming, like 5 months from now. And
I know, right? Especially like next summer.
Y'all ain't gonna see me,
all the
child.
stuff we got.
it's sitting real pretty somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the crew, this is the family, and this is that boy got knowledge. We're wrapping up.
I just wanna spend my life with you all day. You say that you love me, is it true? You say I'm the only one that's all for you. Okay, make me feel away.